The 2024 Baltimore Orioles have a collection of talent, from veterans like Corbin Burns and Cedric Mullins to the younger guys like Jordan Westberg and Gunnar Henderson. The team has contributions from every age range. A name that is not quite thrown around by outside fan bases as much is Anthony Santander, the switch-hitting right fielder. Signed in 2011 as an international free agent to the at-the-time Cleveland Indians, Santander started his career in rookie ball in 2012. Anthony batted .302 and hit 4 home runs in his 43 games in rookie ball. At the age of 18, Santander transitioned to single A for the 2013 season. It is here that he would spend the next 4 seasons. In these 4 seasons, Santander smacked a total of 39 home runs and batted a combined average for the 4 years of .253. Even with this relative success in single A, Santander was not protected by the Indians during the Rule 5 draft in 2016. In round 2 of the draft, the Baltimore Orioles selected Santander. Let's first go over the rules for Rule 5 draft selections. So if a player gets drafted to a team, that player's former team will be given $100,000 in return. Kind of a trade. The drafted player will then go on to the team's 26-man active roster as soon as he's drafted. If the team that drafted the player wishes to send the player back to the minors, their former team must be offered to buy the player back for $50,000. And the player must then go through outright waivers if the offer is declined. In this next 2017 season, Santander's first with the Baltimore Orioles, Santander made his MLB debut. In these 13 MLB games and the 31 plate appearances that came with it, Santander batted .267 with 3 doubles and 2 RBIs. Santander, however, spent a lot of the season in the minors, which means he went through outright waivers and was offered back to the Cleveland Indians. Yet they declined, and every other team declined to pick him up, meaning he stayed with the Orioles. In this minor league year, he spent most of the year in Double-A, in which he batted .382 with a slugging percentage of .745. The following year, the 2018 MLB season, was the final season Santander would spend a majority of the year in the minors. This year he spent most of his season in Double, but then Triple-A, hitting 8 home runs and batting .249. A little context with the Baltimore Orioles as a whole at this point. The Orioles are in a full rebuild at 2018. In this season, they finished with 47 wins and 115 losses. With this being said, for about a sixth of the season, Santander was implemented into the Major League lineup to kind of give them a little bit of juice. In these 33 games and 108 plate appearances that came with it, Anthony batted .198 and hit his first Major League home run, and also finished with a .250 on-base percentage. In 2019, Santander spent only 48 games in the minors, with those games being played in AAA. Finally, this time for good, Santander was called back up to the Major League roster. During this season, Santander batted .261 and smacked 20 home runs, his career high at the point. The 2020 season, however, could have been a sign for things to come in the next few seasons. During this COVID-shortened season, in 37 games, Santander hit 11 home runs and batted .261. Although not a career high in home runs, in the shortened games, he was on pace for a lot more. Although his average stayed the same from his past season at .261, Anthony's power numbers increased exponentially. This would only continue with the 2021 season. In his first full, non-shortened season, playing 110 games due to an injury, Santander hit .241 and 18 home runs. Not as good power-wise or average-wise, but still more home runs. This season looked promising, but was brought back down to earth just because of an injury. The 2022 season, however, which aligned exactly with the uptick in the Baltimore Orioles' success, was an absolute breakout for the right fielder. Tony Taters, as fans called him, hit 33 home runs and kept a decent enough average of .240. The Orioles as a team finished 3 games out of a wildcard spot, finishing 83 and 79, but was still a major improvement from the seasons past. In 2023, as a team, the Orioles won 101 games, finished as the 1 seed in the AL, but got swept in the divisional series by the eventual champion, Texas Rangers. Santander contributed mightily to the team's success, batting .257 with 28 home runs and 95 RBIs. The highlight of the season, by far, came on July 28th, when Santander fired a solo home run, winning the game for the Orioles against the Yankees 1-0. So far through this year's season, Santander has had extreme ups and extreme downs. As of recent, Santander has been on an absolute tear, raising an average on the season from 217 to 231 in just 2 weeks, as of July 16th. In these 2 weeks, Santander has clobbered 7 home runs for the Orioles in their gauntlet of a schedule in June. This hot streak comes right after a major slump in Santander's season. Many fans called for him to be benched for a few games, let the veteran reset, or even called for him to be traded or sent down to the minors. But thus far, Santander has absolutely proved these thoughts to be blasphemous. Although Santander is in his final year of his contract before hitting free agency for his first time, the Orioles hope to get any amount of production they can get before he leaves and hits free agency. Anyways, that will do it for the video on Anthony Santander. I hope all of you who are still watching enjoyed the video, as I plan to and hope to continue making videos such as these about a majority of the major leaguers for the Orioles. But thank you for everyone who's watching. If you enjoyed it, I would appreciate you liking and considering subscribing. But past that, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.